Welcome. The topic is spirit within and body without. This body without and spirit within, or spirit within and body without, are actually what human life on earth is about. There is just no other thing about human life on earth, about the human, than just this within, the spirit within and the body without. Because when you talk about human life on earth, you are actually talking about the inner, the inmost, and the upmost. That is, you are talking about 10 to 100% of the brain. When you talk about the body without, you are actually talking about the out, the outer, the outmost, and the downmost. That is 9.9% to 1% of the brain. 9 to 9.9% to 1% of the brain, or 1% of the brain to 9.9% means the lower part of what is called the brain. That lower aspect of the brain is what I call the spinal cord human mind biology, or the spinal cord civilizations biology. And when you go over to the other side, the higher side, you have what I call the silver cord human heart biology, or the silver cord super civilization biology. So this silver cord super civilization biology, or the silver cord human heart biology, is concerned with the spirit within, while the other one, the spinal cord human mind biology, is about the body without, because that is memory and imagination, which is about the outer aspect of human life on earth, which is about the stage or the state of darkness and blindness, unlike the other aspect, the higher aspect, which is about clarity and lucidity. So these are the two aspects that concern the human brain, that concern human life on earth, which is either inside Eden, which is the higher aspect, or outside Eden, which is the lower aspect. The lower aspect is earth, and the higher aspect is heaven. So these words are not terms of art. They are not things that are difficult. They are not things that are fixed. They are just expressions, either allegorical expressions, either symbolic expressions, or real, genuine expressions. So it depends on what you intend to communicate. So when I listen to theologians, and I listen to philosophers talk about these things, it's just funny, because the theologians are all dealing with the human mind aspect of human life on earth, which comes from Europe. It's actually Europe that brought the human mind aspect of human life on earth to Africa. The body outward, or the body down there. It is Europe that brought this aspect of human life on earth into Africa and made it to dominate. They compared Africans who are greater, who are actually great, to follow human mind in everything, without knowing that the human mind is inferior to the human heart. The human mind aspect of human life on earth is what ancient Egyptians refer to as infect, lower, dirty, crude, and the higher aspect. Ancient Egyptians refer to it, ancient Egyptians and ancient Africa refer to it as Maat, M-A-A-T, which means higher, more noble, better. So that Europe has that lower aspect, which is the human mind. And today, when Africans are talking, even when they are referring to something that can be properly described as the human heart, they talk about human mind, actually believing that the mind is the greatest thing in the universe. And the mind is the greatest thing in human life on earth. That's not correct. The mind is the weak aspect of human life on earth. The mind is only about memory and imagination. The mind is only about isolation and alienation. The mind is only about what I refer to as reasoning, common sense reasoning. That is religion. Because religion deals with habit, it deals with belief, it deals with faith, it deals with recollection, it deals with vision and trance. While that is religion, while science deals with only planning, pondering, theory, fantasy, prediction, and forecasting. So the mind is intellectual. The human mind is intellectual. That's which deals with 1 to 9.9% of the brain. That is the body out there. The body, the external, the periphery. That's what the mind is all about. So the mind is not deep. The mind is only external, the outer, the outermost, and the downmost. That is the 1% of the brain, with 100% of the brain standing behind, standing lost, standing completely, you know, outside human life on earth. So, but when you are balanced, when you are harmonious, it means that you are dealing with the human heart on the one hand, and then you are dealing with the human heart, the human mind on the other hand. So, human heart and human mind cannot be confused because the two are separate, like the higher brain and the lower brain. The lower brain is the human mind, darkness and blindness, and the higher brain is the human heart, that is clarity and lucidity. So the two are not there. If you are in the human heart section, you cannot talk about mystery. You can't talk about secrecy. But if you are in the human mind section, you are all your life is about mystery. All your life is about confusion, conflict, and all that. So getting these things clearly and lucidly are what human life on earth is about. Because if you don't get these things clearly, then you cannot get anything clear. And like the philosophers and the theologians, they don't know that there's an aspect called the within, which is upmost, which is 100% of the brain, and the other side that is down, downmost, outer, outmost, and downmost. That aspect goes to 100% of the brain. So the two are not the same. And the problem is that in Africa, all these things are not understood. Even in the whole world, the whole universe, the whole world, Europe and other parts of the world have this things confused. And with this confusion, that nothing can be balanced, nothing can be fine. But happily, from 2012, the world has changed, and we're now in the super civilization aspect of human life on Earth, and that will move humanity, inner and inner and inner, and better opportunities with solutions only happening in human life on Earth. This is what I have to say. Thank you very much for